my name is Tomkovicz, and we're back again with another parent tip. Today we're going to talk about staying active in quarantine. Now that it's getting a little bit of nicer weather out, it's important that you're taking your child outside and making the most of this weather. So it's important that we're staying active, going outside, and we just wanted to go over some ways you can do so. So to start, I wanted to start with this video on why you should go outside. So this video will explain the benefits of going outside. I think it's both helpful for you, and if you want to share it with your child, that could be helpful as well.
Let's be honest, a lot of us sit inside all day. Whether it's for work or to binge on the newest TV series, we simply aren't outside very often. But what would happen if you stopped going outside altogether? 149,600,000 kilometers away, sunlight is being ejected from the sun, shooting across the solar system, through our atmosphere, and if the timing is right, landing directly on your skin. Feels good, doesn't it? And it's this sunlight that begins an amazing chain reaction which helps to sustain your life. The sunshine vitamin D that is. Interestingly, some of the cholesterol you consume is altered and stored in your skin. And when that well-traveled ultraviolet B sunlight hits your skin, it modifies this cholesterol. The new molecule travels through the bloodstream to the liver, where it's altered again, and then to the kidney, where it is biologically activated. This activated vitamin D works to absorb calcium from your food, ultimately leading to bone growth and strength. In a way, your skin eats the sun, and the sun grows your bones. Perhaps we aren't so different from plants. Without vitamin D, your body would not only suffer decreased mineralization of your bones, leading to diseases like osteoporosis, but also see a decrease in immune function. Furthermore, there's evidence to suggest that vitamin D helps prevent cancer, heart disease, and depression, which may explain why those in colder climates with less daylight often experience the winter blues. But it's not just the sunlight and vitamin D that makes the difference. Many studies have shown that being in nature can have a mental and physical effect on the body. While using sophisticated brain imaging techniques, brains in nature showed more activity in the regions associated with stability, empathy, and love. On the other hand, viewing man-made environments produced activity in the regions associated with fear and stress. On top of it all, if you're often inside, chances are you're sitting down. Admit it, you've been lounging, watching YouTube for hours, which may seem harmless, but studies have shown major health effects linked to sitting time, such as an increase in type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, a study of more than 200,000 people found a strong correlation between mortality and increased sitting time. In other words, the longer you sit, the more likely you are to die prematurely. The scariest part is that this is regardless of your physical activity. So stand up, get outside, and live a little longer than you would have. After subscribing to our channel and watching all the videos, that is. This episode.
So I thought it was interesting that that video went through really what would happen if we stopped going outside. It's really important that both you and your child are getting outside as much as possible, especially when it's this nice weather. We've been stuck inside for so long in quarantine that it's really such a benefit that it's starting to get nicer out. So some benefits of going outside. You'll get restored mental energy, stress relief, reduced inflammation, better vision, improved concentration, improved memory, an immune system boost, improved mental health, and exercise. You'll also get that vitamin D we all need so much. So ways to go outside. You could go to the park, your backyard if you have one, a lake, a beach. You could just walk on the sidewalk or in the street. Really, any way to go outside will be a benefit. I know I have the benefit of having a beach house, and I've been spending as much time there as I can. I've been working from there, so I go to the beach. I take my bike on a ride. I have been just trying to spend as much time outside as possible, but really whatever works best for you and your child will be beneficial instead of just staying inside, watching TV, and things like that. Some activities to do outside. So some activities are you could ride your bike, go for a run, a walk, you could swing if there's a playground or swing set, hop and skip, throw a ball. play sports, whether that might be basketball, soccer, baseball, kickball, hula hoop, swimming, fly a kite, go on a nature walk if there's somewhere near you that might have some nature. You could even dance outside. Just play your child's favorite song and have an outside dance party. We could also eat lunch outside. I know my favorite activity on this list is definitely swimming. Now that it's getting hotter out, I love taking a nice swim. So some things to remember, it is important to still explain to your child that there's still a pandemic and we still need to social distance outside. If it's required where you are, your child might need to wear a mask. So going over the guidelines for wearing a mask, I know we did a video a few weeks ago on explaining to your child wearing a mask, so that's definitely important to consider. We don't want to make light of the current situation and want to make sure we're following all of the rules set in place by our government. Just so that social distancing piece is very important and we want to keep going with that. It's also important to go over safety. So you need to remind your child to stay with you at all times. Make sure that you're always in sight for them. So if they get lost or confused, they can come find you. You want to make sure that they're drinking plenty of fluids and wearing sunscreen. Now that it is getting hot, you don't want your child to get dehydrated or get sunburned. Go over with them some basic safety on stranger danger. Just because they haven't been outside in so long, we just want to go over those basic stranger safety tips that you've taught them so much. You want to teach them to obviously follow all the rules and regulations and take breaks to stay cool. So sometimes when children are running around too much, they might get overheated, and just remind them to take a break, take a water break before getting back to it. Another thing that is great about being outside is some sibling involvement. So if you do have more than one child, they can play together outside. So it's a great opportunity for them to play with one another, encourage them to be with one another, play with one another. Maybe they could pass a ball back and forth, or they could play a game together, or even just swim near each other, or go on a bike ride together. Anything that really works for your family will be good, but this is just another way to encourage that bonding, encourage that trust, and another way to get outside during this crazy time. So why children with ASD benefit from outdoor play? So it helps with skill building, turn taking, sensory play, pretend play, balance, coordination, and appreciation of nature. So these are all important aspects of going outside and how children with autism benefit from outdoor play. So they might not be able to get all of these aspects from indoor play. So if they are just sitting on their iPad or sitting in front of the TV, going on the computer, they're not able to get those appreciation of nature, that skill building, turn taking. So many outside activities involve these skills, and it's important to go over them with your child, and being outside teaching them will encourage them to keep going with that. So tips to engage children with autism in active play. So make the unknown more familiar. Incorporate favorites into activities. So maybe your child loves trains. You can build a train set outside, or you can have them do pretend play and pretend they're a train. Something like that, just to make them more comfortable with being outside. Definitely celebrate those small successes. So maybe your child has never put their head underwater and they put their head under the water for the first time. That's a huge success. Or even maybe they got closer to being in the pool or put their feet in the pool. So these are all definitely small victories that we want to be excited about and encouraged about. And then you can also help your child gain the idea of the task. So say they are playing catch and do not understand the back and forth aspects of catch. That's something you can teach them. And then once they gain that idea, they will have a better understanding of that task. So I also wanted to just go over with you guys some Play skills, so some toy and functional skills, so using a toy the way it's designed, exploratory play, having them go outside and kind of see what there is. Maybe if you have a backyard, they can explore back there. Cause and effect play, like if you throw a ball up, it will fall down. Just these general cause and effect play skills. There's some constructive play, physical play, maybe if it's with a ball, a bat, a bike, and then pretend play. So you can make it fun for your kids. Maybe have them pretend they're on a scavenger hunt, or pretend they're astronauts going into space, pretend the park is a zoo and there's different animals and they have to determine what animal there is. It's really easy to make it fun and engaging and really incorporate things that your child enjoys. So that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for listening, and tune in again soon. Thank you.